Welcome, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Do you hear the mic well? Okay. Today is class number 13.
It's the second Sabbath of this year.
Amen. Does anyone remember what the definition of disease is? Very good. Disease equals, and we'll just summarize it, paraphrase, a violation of the laws of health. Now, trivia quiz. Trivia question. Are there just 8 laws of health? No. Amen. And very soon, we're going to be going over those in detail. We're going to be assessing ourselves within the next 2 weeks. Very soon. Okay. Disease comes what? Disease never comes what?
Without a cause.
Disease never comes without a cause. Without a cause. Okay, that's Ministry of Healing, page 234, paragraph 1. And the first quote is Ministry of Healing, page 127, paragraph 1. Today's title, let's see if you guys can know what this is. I think less people want to know what it is, but let's see. Today's title, why is GI in trouble? They say when you teach health classes, when you're in your community and you're going to other churches teaching health classes, you always want a catchy title. So when we did blood pressure, we said One Nation Under Pressure. Makes you think of One Nation Under God, right? When we did diabetes, we didn't just call it diabetes, we called it the sugar blues. When you give it catchy titles, it causes people to want to go and find out what is that. But if you just say cancer, oh, I don't want to know about that. If you just say heart disease, oh, I don't want to know about that. But if you give it a catchy title, a lot of people are like, what does this mean? Who is GI? Does anybody know what this is about?
Gastrointestinal.
Very good. GI is the gastrointestinal tract. GI equals gastrointestinal tract. Okay. Where does digestion start? Digestion starts in the mouth. Very good. We're not going to be going into the physiology today. We're going to be going to get to the root of digestion. Now, there are approximately, you might find a couple more, but when I did my research, there are, okay, the markers do not work. Do we have any other markers?
I'll go ask.
There, oh, this one seems to be working okay. There are approximately, no, this one is running out too, 29 underlying causes for GI trouble. No, this is running out too. So how many approximately?
29.
29. So, disease is what? Violation of the laws of health. We learned 4 steps. What is the first step in getting to the root of disease? Ascertain the cause. So today, we're going to be ascertaining the cause. Step number 2 is unhealthful conditions are to be changed. When we find out what the cause is, then we change that. Bad habits are to be corrected, and then nature is to be assisted. So that's step number 4. A lot of times people will jump to step number 4 and take all types of herbal medicine, but they haven't gotten to the underlying problem. Is that understandable? And we don't want to be slaves to supplementation and herbal medication, just like we don't want to be slaves to regular medication. To herbal Okay. So, did we find another mark? Oh, we did. Okay, thank you, brother.
And he gave you choices.
I have a bunch at home. I brought one last week, but all right. So how many did I say are the causes of digestive problems?
29.
29. Oh, this is great. Thank you. 29 causes. So we're going to go over these causes. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to read every quote in detail, but I will be sending you the outline, and you go and do your homework. How many people are reading their material and watching the videos, or at least reading the handouts? This is really important because we have to understand and know this stuff, and when we do our health expo, these are questions people are going to ask us, and we really need to know and understand this stuff and take it out to the community. Okay, so problem number 1. Is this a problem? Yes, overeating. What is the word surfeiting?
Overeating.
It's gluttony, right? Doesn't Jesus say if we do this, we'll be lost, we'll be unprepared? Overeating. So in Causes on Diets and Foods, page 101, paragraph 2, and all quotes except for one are going to come from this book. It says, what influence does overeating have upon the stomach? It becomes debilitated, the digestive organs are weakened, and disease with all its train of evils is brought on as a result. So it says disease with all its train of evils. So is there a bunch of evils that come along with it? Yes. So overeating is number 1. Number 2. I'll read the quote and you tell me what this means. This is Counsels on Diets and Foods, page 102, paragraph 1. And there's a whole chapter in here called Physiology of Digestion. It's a very good chapter. Number 2 is, the quote is, I advise you to make your diet abstemious. Be sure that as a rational Christian, sentinel, we talked about this morning, you guard the door of your stomach, allowing nothing to pass your lips that will be an enemy to your health and life. God holds you responsible to obey the life He has given you on health reform. Name some things that we can pass our lips that can be an enemy to our health and to life.
Tea, coffee,
Vinegar.
cigarettes.
Very good. Very, very good. Tea, coffee, spices. What else?
Vinegar.
Aspartame, MSG, right?
And granola.
Preservatives, additives. No, granola is good if you make it right. Okay, here's another quote.
No, I'm talking about granola. What's it called? The oil that you
Oh,
talk about.
canola. Yes, I thought you said
No,
granola.
I probably did say that granola. I like that.
Yes, canola. Okay, in Counsels on Diets and Foods, page 85, paragraph 1, it says, we are all to consider that there is to be no extravagance in any line. We must be satisfied with pure, what's pure mean?
Simple.
Pure, simple food. What does simple mean?
You don't have to mix nothing in it?
It's not complicated, right? Prepared in a simple manner. That's right. This should be the diet of high and low, means the rich and the poor. Adulterated substances are to be avoided. What's an adulterated substance? Anything that's chemically made. Anything that is altered. If you can't go to the garden or the tree or the shrub or the bush or the vine and find it, now I'm not saying we can't eat fruit salad, but everything in that fruit salad you can go find on the fruit and the tree and the vine. Get what I'm saying? We are not to eat any adulterated substances. So, don't eat any adulterated substances. So can we include MSG in that?
Yes.
Can we include aspartame in that? What about food colorings? What about Bragg's amino acids?
Yes.
Where was it made? Can you go in the garden and find Bragg's amino acids? It was chemically altered. It is an adulterated substance. Now, I'm not trying to step on toes here. I used to cook with rags and minos, but God is calling us up higher and higher. This includes soy sauce. Soy sauce is fermented. So anything adulterated, anything chemically manufactured, we are to stay away from it. If you don't understand what the word is, and it's got all these xanthan gums, and it's adulterated. If you can't see peach and raspberry and banana and whole wheat and rye and pumpkin, you know what I'm saying? It's adulterated. That's a part of our health message. Number 3. What did we learn? If we break the health laws, we're breaking what law?
God's
commandment law. He said we're breaking his law. Okay, what else? In Counsel on Diets and Foods, page 103, paragraph 2. See, what we're trying to do is we are trying to get to the cause of what? What's today's topic? GI problems. Do you know the top 2 over-the-counter medicines are both for gastrointestinal problems? Do you know we are in a nation of stagnation, constipation? Do you know that the Merck manual back in 2005 said by 2007 every person in America would be suffering from some type of constipation? Now what year are we in?
11.
We're in 2011. So if every American on the standard American diet is having this problem, do they need to know these things? Absolutely. Okay, so our next quote is in Counsels on Diets and Foods, page 103, paragraph 2. It says, neither study nor violent exercise should be engaged in immediately after a full meal. This would be a violation of the laws of the system. We are not supposed to study. We're not supposed to have Bible studies. We're not supposed to do our schoolwork. We're not supposed to be going out and doing violent exercise. She says moderate exercise for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
But violent exercise right after you eat is a violation of the laws of health. It causes digestion problems. So, no study or violent exercise after a full meal. Number 4. Counsels on Diets and Foods, page 105. Now remember we were saying, who did God give the health message to of all people on this earth? Adventists. So should we be going to Babylon to get our message? No. You know one of the things that's a Babylonian message, and I'm not trying to step on toes here. This is to educate and come up higher, and I was rebuked when I started learning these things. What is something that is very common that people do all the time?
Juicing.
What does that say?
Juicy.
That says juicy. We're going to read right now that this is contrary to the spirit of prophecy. Now, there is times where this is necessary. Just like there's times that that vitamin C supplement is necessary. Like that man who had the swine flu. When it's aggressive, you get more aggressive with the problem. But remember we were talking about the supplements? Some people buy the packs every day and put them in their hands and take them all at the same time, day after day after day. Why are they taking the supplements? What are they trying to do?
Increase the immune system.
They're trying to get the minerals and the vitamins, right? Because they say, well, I don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. What are we counseled to eat? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains, right? We learned in the past weeks that supplementation can be hazardous to your health. So can this. If you do this every single day as a habit, or